Hey everybody, Phil Jost here for your weekly reading smoke here at YouTube. The Art of Reading Smoke with Phil Jost. I'm Phil Jost. Let's get started. Hey, I actually started this a few minutes ago, and apparently I didn't have any audio. So thanks for telling me that. I can't remember who was in the chat. I panicked a little. Anyway, so I'm back, and hopefully we'll get somebody to tune in. And ideally, now I have audio. So I'm a fireman by trade, not an audio video engineer, right? So thanks for having your patience with me, and I'm happy to be here today. So this is a Cleveland house and garage fire, and it's online by Cleveland and Northeast Ohio fire videos, and there's a link in the show notes here. Those guys have a lot of really good stuff, and thanks for tuning in. Thanks for them putting this stuff up there for us to use. What I'm going to look at today, I'm going to get rid of that just little icon, because what I want you to do is not worry about what Cleveland Fire Department's doing on these things. What I want to do, what I always try to do when I'm watching fire video, is to look at it and say, if I were arriving, what would I do here? So I'm going to arrive, I'm going to read volume, velocity, density, color, get that full inventory, read that smoke, read the building, and then I need to understand where the fire is, where it's going, and what we're going to need to do about it, right? What my company's going to do, what my department's going to do, and how we're going to handle it. So if you're pulling in here first, the first thing we're going to look at here is the volume, velocity, density, color out of this window. And because of the velocity, primarily because of the velocity and the fact that we get some pretty significant volume on occasion, it's a windy day, we can look at this really quickly and just go, hey man, this fire has extended to the floor 3 apartment, right? I don't think this is just an attic up here. I think that's a floor 3 livable space. And so if I know instantly when I pull in there, hey, this thing has already extended, I need to just take that into account when I'm thinking about what the resourcing is going to be, all that sort of stuff, right? So, so when we're looking at this, that's that first thing. Now we can also see that Cleveland's operating. They're getting water on the garage fire. They're putting up ladders. They're stretching lines. They're doing a lot of stuff. But each time we come back, we can look at that VVDC out of that space. They're going to pull back. We'll see it again. And because of the wind, it's sort of coming and going too, right? But when it's hot, it's super hot, like right in here, where it's just cranking out of there against the wind. But we always want a full inventory too, right? So let's look at these other windows. And I'm not seeing anything out of these other windows on either floor 1 or floor 2. So it's possible those doors are just closed, or it's possible that the fire just hasn't extended. It's actually not uncommon, right, for it to go all the way to the top and then get in along the eaves, right? So if we're looking at that, the significant increase here, even just in the time we've been minute and a half we've been watching it, it's gotten significantly higher, particularly the density. The color is much, much darker in there. You just saw just a little cut in the video, so we don't know how much time was cut out of there, but they're still operating. I'm just going to let it run because we're going to get to the back and we're going to get a chance to see the fire on floor 3. You can see they're working here on floor 2, right? But that first is like, if you're that first person there, recognize that fire's extended, right? That's sort of the big hit for me here. Now we took into account the other, and now we're in the back, and we're going to chance to look up there at floor 3, and notice you saw some water coming out. They've got pretty good fire working up here, a little bit of fire even over here along, just make it out. So they're getting water up in there, right? So we would anticipate in relatively short order, they'd be able to get enough water into that space to get control of that fire. Now, that doesn't mean the thing's out, right? In these triangle spaces, in those pony walls and that little triangle space, those are notoriously difficult. A lot of overhaul, right? I mean, all that stuff needs to be dealt with so that you can get ahead of that fire, and then you're going to have to do a lot of digging it out. I mean, there's going to be a lot of digging it out on this particular type of construction, right? But you can see they've gotten pretty well over the top of it. The garage and from looking down the driveway, I would have actually thought they were connected. So disconnected, so up the side, so that all that siding's going to have to come off on the end, all that kind of stuff. Still pretty good working fire, but they're getting over the top on it. And the main thing for this one was this first in look and seeing instantaneously, bam, read that smoke and know that that fire has extended, right? So, hey, I'm going to be leaving in the morning. It's Thursday. I know I'm a little late today. Southeast Idaho here. It gets hot, so I'm trying to do outside stuff early. So sometimes I don't make it in front of the computer till the afternoon. So if you're waiting for me to be there right at 2 o'clock Eastern, I apologize. That might continue for the rest of the summer. I'm trying to get them posted every Thursday, whether it's live like I'm doing now, or if I'm doing it where I post something I pre-recorded. Hey, but tomorrow I'll be traveling to Bastrop, Texas, just outside of Austin. On Saturday, doing an 8-hour class there. So if you're at the class and you're a fan, you're a subscriber here to the SBSK, or to either SBSK or to my YouTube page here, please say hello. Right, I love meeting people who are using the YouTube and the SBSK posts to improve their own ability to read smoke, and hopefully somebody out there is using it to train their company or maybe even their battalion, right? So I appreciate the fact that if you're using these, I really do appreciate it. I appreciate you tuning in, and thanks for telling me I had no audio. Hopefully this one has audio. So for Reading Smoke with Phil Jose, I'm Phil Jose, and thanks for tuning in. Appreciate everybody.